Guys, we are back, and we are going to be here for the finals of the last and final cup of the ESL 1. This is going to be the last time that these guys have a chance to qualify for group stages, and it's going to be Fnatic versus Epsilon eSports. Now, Dog, who is going to be joining me, loves both of these teams dearly. Once again, he has the Fnatic fan booth at his house, but then again, Epsilon has a special place in his heart. He definitely, you know, when he's in troubled times, he calls up Duke and he consoles him. You know, Horik over there, he's his best buds, and they go out to eat all the time. So yeah, Dogbert, how you feeling, broski?
I'm feeling pretty damn good. I think this is going to be a very good game. Obviously, these teams are, you know, forever the nemesises of BF4. So, you know, these guys have gone back and forth in so many finals now that you kind of feel that they know each other's moves inside and out.
Absolutely. So let's talk a little bit about the map. Whose map choice was this exactly?
That's a good question, bro. It's a very good question.
Well, answer it, Dog. That's
I'm
why
gonna
you're
answer
here.
it. Locker is taking is taken by Fnatic, Zaphod by Epsilon, and Dawnbreaker. If we go to a third map, will be that one. So the bans were for Fnatic, Gorman, then Epsilon banned Dam. Thank God, I hate that map.
I agree
Fnatic
with you,
then
man.
banned Shanghai, and then Epsilon banned Paracel Storm, which, to be honest, I think that's a good pick after what we've just seen over the last 2 days on that map.
Yeah, I think that was a smart, you know, ban right there. But we are going to be seeing Epsilon on the Russian side, rather. Why do they have to have a third faction in here? It always confuses me. And then Fnatic on the US side. What are we going to be seeing coming out of the gate here, Dog?
Fnatic will get the initial C and B. It all comes down to the fight in the middle of the map. If it goes either way, if it goes Epsilon's way, for example, it will be an easy push onto B, but they might just cycle round and pick up the easy kills outside of C. So it all comes down to the break, and Epsilon are going for a very old school one now, with a 3-man push out to C, and Fnatic are not even bothering with the C flag.
No, they are not. Duke BT, though, can he hold on? He does! With a nice two-piece, going to be able to take out Valutajia and Drunks. So beautiful play there, but we do have Alpha getting contested. Comes back around the corner. Sit down, Mort, as Duke BT is here, and another one goes down. Too easy. Coming out of the gate here, Duke definitely hungry. He wants this finals now. And now we're going to be seeing Valutajia pushing back up onto the Alpha cap. Will be able to get it for his teammates. Marsu, though, looking to push back in. Seems like he's going to be going around over here towards J. David Duque also going down through mid. So nice holds coming in for Fnatic. Going to be able to get this A-B site, which before you have stated this is a very, very tough hold to come in from if you can push them outside.
Yeah, it all comes down to good holds outside, and Fnatic are playing a very deep inside of A, which is quite rare at the moment. A lot of people like to play a bit more out in the tunnels right now, but yeah, very interesting one for Fnatic, but it hasn't worked out for them on the right side of the map. That's 3-man wiping the central tunnel. That B flag is now wide open, and man, Epsilon are just on the attack here.
Yeah, we do have Unfixed, the last player up. He is not going to be able to survive. Goes down. We do have a 2-man back spawn over here for Fnatic, as they will be trying to get onto that B cap. Drunks over here, able to spot out one. Gets tagged up pretty bad here, as he will be getting taken out by that nade. Now Mort going to be pushing back down. Has a chance to go through metal detectors. Not going to be able to pick up that. Wow. Duke PT on fire. Look at that. 6-1 coming right out of the gate. It's not even been 2 minutes in the match. Finally gets taken down. And we will be seeing that AC hold coming in here for Epsilon. Looking really, really strong right now. I like the way here that Epsilon is playing this map so far. They're a little bit loose, but very aggressive, and it seems like their pushes, especially when they took back A, are very well timed. And once again, Epsilon going to be able to take down Drunks. We do have a 3-man push for Fnatic. Horik, the only one going to be able to hold on. Can he do that? It's going to be a lot of nade spam coming in. Will he be able to pick up one? He doesn't, and that C flag is definitely going to be going in the fair. But look at this. 4 players are going to be out towards C flag. Really, that's a slight overcommitment. I know we had 2 spawns coming in, but that definitely is going to be hurting them, as B flag will be going into the favor of Epsilon here.
No, would have been if Epsilon had moved quicker. Ooh. I mean, there was so many people being thrown out on that C flag. B flag was so open, but it took Epsilon so long to realize it that they only sent 1 man for the flag capture, and he didn't get it. And right now, even though they overcommitted to C, Epsilon didn't realize it, and they didn't make anything of it.
Yeah, well, Asterix is going to try and make up for that as he holds on to that alpha flag. We do have B now finally into their possession. Too easy. Going to have to back up, getting a couple of pings coming in from that tunnel side of the map. Too easy. Also going to be taking a nade. Duke PT, though, with the cleanup once again, as we are going to be seeing a Fnatic getting wiped. There's only one player left back up. That's going to be Drump. And look at Duke. Look at Duke sitting up there being in chat. I can't be stopped. Oh, he knows he's on fire. And right now, Drunk said, hey, buddy, sit down, as he will be able to get the two-piece there and pushes on through mid, as well as getting taken down himself. B-Flag going to be going over here in the possession of Fnatic. Nice hold here onto Alpha, but we do have Value Taja going to be looking in for a little bit of a push. 85 to 119 in favor of Epsilon here. This is looking really good. And what was this Epsilon's pick? This was, right?
No, this is Fnatic's pick, and it is backfiring right now as Epsilon are just doing an absolutely brilliant job of just overwhelming Fnatic. This is old school locker right now. Epsilon are just playing ultra aggressive, and Fnatic are fading quite quickly early on.
Yes, they are. Beautiful pickups there, as we are going to be seeing Epsilon coming out on top in the backfield here. We do have a one-on-one that could possibly be shaping up. Duke PT is going to be able to spot out one coming from metal detectors there. A little bit of a failed nade there, but that's okay. We do have Hork all alone sitting over here onto the B cap. Valutation drops down. We'll be able to get the pick up there, as well as the touch on to that Bravo flag. And now Duke PT going down within mid. We do have an A or a C B hold now coming out for Fnatic. But Asterix, can he make this happen? I believe it's going to be Asterix versus Mort, as they are going to be able to spot out each other. They know where they're at. And it's all going to be up to really the shifting coming in, but Drunks will be able to come back out, takes him down, and now it's going to be in favor of Fnatic. But really, I mean, they have a lot of ticks to make up here. They have 50 tickets to come back from. That's a huge deficit coming out fairly early on in the game.
Yeah, very early on. It just didn't seem to go well for them right now. And Drunks getting kind of bullied off that C flag by Asterix and Horek. And look at David 2K and Duke. They knew exactly where he was, and they got him completely. And finally, Fnatic seems to get something going over at the A flag, and their spawns come in to protect B as well. But what do Epsilon want to do here? Because they can get any flag they want if they just stack up for it.
And they are going to be doing that over onto Bravo flag. We do have Duke PT. They're going to be cutting off any kind of reinforcements that could potentially happen. Hork has to be careful. He's going to be a 1-on-2 situation, and he is not going to be able to survive. That was Drunks who ended up getting the pickup there. And let's take a look over onto mid. We have a rotation coming in the backfield. Turns around. Marsu with a beautiful pickup. And now he is going to be getting onto that Bravo cap. We do have a push coming in for A. It's going to be Value Taja. 1-on-1. Takes some nades to the face. Will not be able to survive. David 2K here. Can he make it 2? He does not. A will be staying into their possession. But as that's happening, we have a good spawn coming in here for Fnatic. And they are going to be able to get some back B spawns. Should be able to get the touch on the flag. And they are doing just that. Also going to be shaping up a 1-on-1. Hork coming back over here onto Alpha. Value Taja has to decide, do I wait for some spawns? Do I try and go out and pressure this? And he's going to be waiting for some backup to come in, and that's going to be Drunks here. See if he can make the play, and he does. Nice pick up there. That's going to be Mort ended up getting the nade kill, as well as trying to push back out through Connector. Duke PT shifting back around. So really, you know, Fnatic, they're trying their hardest, but it's just not enough here.
Well, they first of all get the first wipe against Epsilon they've had a long time. That spawn has forced Epsilon right out in the cold as well, and they are attacking every flag right now. So even though it doesn't look great, it's better than it was, and at least they got a grip of the map for once in the game. But that going for both C and B has possibly left them wide open to just getting overwhelmed on both flags. And finally, Epsilon get that capture at C, but it's a 4-on-1, and Unfix just can't deal with 4 members of Epsilon. It's just too much. So there you go, the bleed finally back for Epsilon, and you know, at this point, Fnatic just need to do what they can and get some tickets off of this lead, because this is nasty going in the next round.
It absolutely is, and we will be having Epsilon shifting back over to Alpha. Nice pickup there from Mort. Trying to make it a second one, will not be able to, but the back rage is coming in for Drunks. Will be cleaning that up. Nice shifting coming in here for Fnatic, as they will be able to take down Alpha. No! Drunks! Does he? Oh, I'm sorry, that was the wrong player. I thought for a second there he left that alone, but we had too easy finishing at the cap. Epsilon will be getting taken down through Connector, and now David 2K Asterix going to be making a 3-man push coming into A. They do have control of Charlie. We don't have any shift out just quite yet for Fnatic, as they are going to be shifting out towards C right now. We do have Valutaja going to be looking at Too Easy, going to be shaping up for a push coming into Connector. 13 tickets left to go. Too Easy ends up going down. Epsilon might be able to close this out here with a fairly substantial lead going up into round number 2.
Yeah, really interesting choice by Fnatic to send 3 people out to that C flag where they just realized that one of the guys at the melt detector is getting taken out. And even then it doesn't work out for them. And you know what, Epsilon just seems so much better right now on this map. This has been brutal to watch. Fnatic are getting stomped.
For lack of a better term, you're absolutely correct. They are getting stomped right now. And Asterix, absolutely, that was a great half, but Fnatic, they got to be shaping up. This is their map choice. You would expect them to come out a little bit better than what they did. 73 tickets will be the ticket count to beat. And honestly, with the way they're playing, they're going to have to really come out of the gate, get at least, I would say, a 20 to 30 ticket bleed or lead right from the get-go. They have to get out in front of it first. And
look at that ticket score, man.
Yeah, I mean 73-0. And not only that, but look at the KDs. Look at the kills. 21-11, 11-8, 15-11. I mean, top 3 right there for Epsilon, just beasting it up. And barely coming out in the positive. Drunks, the only one. Everybody else going negative on the other side. So not only were they losing out on their positionings and not getting the flag caps, but they were losing out on their frag battles. But then again, I mean, Duke PT coming out right from the start. I mean, going 6-1. I mean, how many 2-on-1s did he win that match or that round?
He won a lot, but it was that initial break that really got me interested for Epsilon. They send 3 people out to C flag. Fnatic send no one, and then they leave just 2 people to defend that A flag, and not only defend it, they hold it, giving enough time for the guys out at C to realize that they are going to be overwhelmed at A if they don't rotate quick, and they do, and they get the kills. It was just a brilliant start for Epsilon, and something really, let's be honest, Fnatic did not recover from that start.
No, they never really recovered at all throughout the whole game. I mean, they kind of stabilized a little bit towards the middle, as you stated. You know, they finally got a foothold within the map, but I mean, honestly, Epsilon had them running circles the entire time. And that really showed within this match. So it's going to be up to Epsilon here. Up to Fnatic here to try and come back. Epsilon looking really good. They got to be feeling really good. I mean, not only are they in the lead, but they're in the lead by almost 50% of the tickets, and it's not even their map. Yeah,
they're just that was such a surprise as well. You would expect Fnatic to do much better on their home map, but wow, this has been a map that people have been like saying, right, Locker, Epsilon, Fnatic always do this. Fnatic always do this. And what happens? They're just getting stomped. And look straight off the bat. They're already getting wiped out at A. This is not good at all for Fnatic. This is absolutely terrible.
Completely getting wiped. Asterix with a nice push in, following that up. Duke PT with the first blood. Unfixed going down as well, as he had the high ground on Duke. He even spotted him out first. And look at this, is just crazy right now. Back spawns coming in onto that Bravo flag. Asterix going to be able to pick up one for his troubles, but B should be getting... Actually, it's staying in favor of Epsilon right now. Too Easy going to be shifting back around. It's 146 to 139, and this is not the start that Fnatic wanted to have. They really needed that early lead to stabilize from that first round.
Yeah, definitely, and they're keeping control of the tunnels and keeping control of the flags, and I don't know, Fnatic just don't seem to be here right now, and Epsilon are just bashing them around the head with this lead, and maybe Fnatic can do something here, but man, Duke PT's putting so many of them down at this B flag.
Yeah, so let's actually him just going down. We do have Mort sitting over here onto yeah, exactly, sitting over here onto metal detectors, getting a lot of nade spam for his troubles. Unfixed going to be chafing back up too. We do have Too Easy might be gearing up for a push coming in through Connector, but it's going to be a very dangerous push at that. Asterix ends up going down, but he's so low on health that he really can't follow that up with anything else, and could get back here by David 2K. Too Easy going to be making his way back in, spots out one over there into J, and that's going to be Asterix and Hort making the smart decision of backing up. I like that decision, and at the same time, they are going to be getting a push coming over here onto Bravo. So nice plays coming in for Epsilon. Too Easy with a nice pickup there, but Hort coming in from the backfield will be able to take him down, and a save for Mort. So Fnatic just holding on, but just by the skin of their teeth, really. And now they will be able to get Bravo flag. They've pushed Epsilon outside of the map, and this is their chance to come back here.
Yeah, definitely. And just their last chance, really, because the amount of tickets that they got in the last round was just so many. I mean, we're literally getting that close right now. Fnatic don't have much flags to play with, many tickets, sorry, and even though they have this A and B hold right now, those spawns, I would not be surprised if they come behind A or B at any point in the near future.
Yeah, Asterix doing a great job over here, just continuously pestering within this Bravo tunnels. Drunk's having a hard time trying to stay up with them. It looks like Valutaja will be able to get the pick there. And Epsilon getting caught outside of the map. Did lose C there for just a few moments. And we are going to be seeing Mort here going to be making this pressure onto She Flag. He'll be able to make the spot out. Nice. Picks him up and will be able to get onto that Charlie flag once again. So here's their chance. If Fnatic gets a pick here. Oh, this is looking really good here for Fnatic, as they might be able to get a trip cap.
Yeah, they need it. Them double kills from Valutaja on Asterix and David 2K definitely stopped that capture then in its tracks. And you can see Fnatic are already setting up for A and C hold here. And Epsilon need to be careful, not take this win for granted. They need to be smart here. Control that central tunnel and then pick your flag according to your pick. Don't just go in crazy and look for kills. Right now, Epsilon, even though they're ahead, can still lose this map.
Yeah, aptly, 97 to 107. Fnatic has plenty of tickets here to play with. They got about 30 or so. So they're not, they're not done by any means, and we're going to be seeing some really good play coming out here for 2Easy. We will be able to take out Marsu. 90 tickets left for Epsilon, as they are going to be stuck back in that B site. And this is one of the irritating places for lockers. It is that B site. Mort goes down. Nice pickup there from Asterix, who is definitely becoming one of my favorite players. And David 2K coming around the backside will be able to pick up one kill for himself, getting onto that Charlie cap, trying to get back out. And we have a push coming in for Alpha. Nice hold here for Valutaja. Narrowly lives at about 10 health left. And Asterix coming in for a back rage. So are we going to be seeing Epsilon trying to push in for a tri-cap?
Well, they don't have to, but I think they're just really trying to do what they can at this point. They need to just get a pick somewhere and then start spawning in mass. But right now, seriously, Fnatic are stepping it up quite well. But is it too little too late at this point? The previous round was so one-sided, but it might be very difficult for them to even rally at this point.
Well, we are going to be seeing Drunks coming down. Nice pickup there on 2K, able to pick up the res as well. Back coming in for Duke PT. Let's see if the man, the fragger, can, who's actually going negative right now. No, he wasn't going negative. That was another player going 9 and 5 right now. So he's not crazy fragging like he normally does, but definitely doing a good job. And he is playing exactly like you were just describing, a little bit crazy. Asterix with the cleanup will be able to get the res. Has to be careful though. We do have Valutaja coming in from the side. Nice pickup on Asterix. Immediately pulling back, and a push coming in onto Alpha. Looks like Epsilon was able to come out successful in this exchange, but Drunks, let's see if he can try and hold on. Nope, will be getting taken down. So B and A flag both going to be going into their possession. Massive fight happening over here onto Bravo, and everybody was killed. Everybody got killed on B flag. Unfixed the last player up. 66 to 87 here, dog. It's looking like that we might be seeing map number 1 going to Epsilon, but then again, we've seen Fnatic pull out victories with, less than, 8 or 9 tickets.
Yeah, it's all down to this last turn of the C flag, and, 2Easy could be the one to spoil the party here as he does come in and get the kill, so that is staying. That bleed is continuing for Fnatic right now. Look at how deep they're playing this game, though. They're going to go for the A flag as well while holding the C and B, and this is the last chance, really. They have about 10 or so tickets to play with, really, and, this is gutsy play from Fnatic, but it could pay off, but they got to play smart.
They absolutely do. Losing out on that initial fight over into Connector will not be able to survive. David 2K with another pickup as well. 81 to 45 tickets. Epsilon behind, but remember, they don't have to win this match. They just have to drive them below that ticket count. We will be seeing C and B in their favor. We do have Drunks getting taken down over there onto Rock, and already GG's being called out, as they know it's pretty much impossible with this amount of tickets. 39.78. They are losing Charlie flag. They are losing Bravo flag. So Fnatic has pretty much just stopped playing right now. And congratulations there to Epsilon for just coming out in round number 1. And, you know, is that really what we're going to have to see here? You know, that team has to come out ahead to beat Fnatic very early on in order to take the win?
I feel teams kind of had their initial gains and defeats, but Epsilon were just so good in the previous previous round, but they could coast a little in the second, and I think that's kind of what we saw there.
Yeah, it definitely looked like they were doing just that. And really, do you think Fnatic kind of, I don't know, didn't really think that Epsilon had it in them to come out that hard?
Oh, I don't know. They knew what kind of opponent they were going up against. I just think it was the gutsy style of literally leaving 2 at A and playing as deep as they did, and literally throwing 3 at C, really just threw everything out the window for Fnatic. They probably bet on a different opening, and it bit them in the ass. And from then on out, when Duke was able to get those kind of kills, it took them a long time to kind of rein in that game and at least just trying to work out what's happening. It didn't work out in their favour for a long, long time, and Epsilon were able to take off so many points during that confusion from Fnatic, but it gave them such a strong lead coming into the second round.
Yeah, absolutely. So we are going to be restarting right now. We should be going live on this restart. And, I mean, your mental state going into round or map number 2, if you're Fnatic, not even your map pick. And we've seen Fnatic falter on Zavod. How are you going into this one?
Well, it'll be an interesting one. I'm interested to see if anyone's going to throw in a rocket launcher at all. Either way, I've seen Fnatic do some amazing work on this map, and they like trip caps on this map more than any other. They get that B and C, but they will look, especially if that B fight is difficult, to just try and open up that A1 quite early. Drunks does some great work on this map sometimes. I'm interested to see what weapon he's running around with. Possibly a FAMAS. No, Drunks himself has been bullied by the rest of Fnatic to stick to the standard Ace 23. Saying that, I think one of them is running with an AEK, but there is no engineers on the board so far, so no one's going to be breaking open that C flag early on. It's going to be a standard AC push from both teams, I believe.
And here is the breakout. We do have them fanning out quite evenly here for Epsilon. Fnatic going to be going for a very heavy B push, 3 players. And let's check it out. Asterix should be getting some nade spam going on. Actually, a 4-man push coming in, as Mort's going to be taking a little bit on the middle side of that push. We do have Duke PT once again going for a very, very heavy back rage. He'll be able to spot out 1. Takes 2 easy down. Very, very nice job, as he will now be pushing up onto that cap. But watch out, we have Drunks back behind. Knowing that Duke was going to be going back there, will be able to take that down, and now B will be going into their favor initially. We do have Unfixed getting taken out, though. Nice pickups here for Asterix and Marsu. Can Drunks come back around to save it? Doesn't look like he's going to be able to. And we're actually going to be seeing a early trip cap for Epsilon.
Yeah, and David 2K, the only one that can really keep this one going, but Duke PT right in the middle of the map, and this is exactly the start that you want for Epsilon. They have a guy on both B and C, so they can spawn accordingly depending on where the pressure's coming in. Great start for them. That B and C hold is what they want, and I won't be surprised if before we see Horik start harassing that A flag as soon as they feel comfortable.
Yeah, he did a very good job earlier today on doing just that. He was just shifting around very, very well. Valutage going to be trying to make his way up through Charlie flag into tunnels, having a little bit of trouble. A lot of nade spam coming in, and this is just delaying him even more and more. We do have Unfixed up top. We'll be able to take control, and look at that. Valutage does end up going down. Back rage coming in for Asterix, but it's not going to be strong enough, as it was taken down, and at the same time, both players from Epsilon getting taken down onto Bravo. So we are going to be seeing Fnatic coming out now, getting a slight trip cap of their own, which should even it up quite a bit. We do have Hort getting onto Alpha Flag. It won't be too long, but they did end up getting one nonetheless. We do have Valutage going to be spacing back out, just looking for the push coming in for David 2K. Nice trade coming in. We'll be able to take out Unfixed as well. And we do have Valutage just playing very, very defensively. Asterix electing to go through the middle of the map. I like that play as too easy. Also going to be holding on. Duke PT ends up going down. Marsu going to be looking for that last player. Able to spot him out, but will not be able to connect with those kills. And we do have a push coming in for Charlie Flag. 2K ends up going down, and I believe that was the last player for Epsilon on C. Yes, they did end up wiping. So Fnatic starting to balance back out here, Doug.
Yeah, second wipe in a row, and brilliant play. They managed to push B and C previously and getting the kill on both. And really now Epsilon kind of a bit confused, I feel. They're trying to bunch up and just mass push here, but I think if they keep doing that, it's going to be too easy making them pay for it. It all comes down to big pushes on C, and so far they seem to be going Epsilon's way. Sorry, Fnatic's way.
Did you see Unfixed right there? Going ham, 2 kills. And holding on for his teammates, does end up getting taken down, but he's rezzed in the process. Hork, though, coming around the corner with that hipfire spray, will be able to take down that last player onto Charlie Flag. Doesn't really matter, though. We do have a shift coming out. Actually, Asterix will be able to take down, I believe that was too easy. It was. Nice job there. Now Alpha Flag going to be going into their possession. Unfixed if he has anything to do it. But look at that kill feed. Just Epsilon all day long. Finally, Unfixed going to be able to pick up Hork. And they are going to be shifting back out towards that Charlie side of the map. But Asterix up top, getting that high ground advantage, will be able to stop a push coming in onto Alpha. And C will be going back into the favor of Fnatic. So 93-114 in favor of Fnatic. Looking really good coming out of this round. Still a very close game. Nobody's taken a super dominant position like we saw in Lockers. Nice trade coming in as well. And Drunks, can he save this flag? Does spot out 1 and 2. If he makes this, is going to be huge. No, Hork narrowly surviving. And C will be staying in possession, but nice shifting from Valuetaja. They will be able to get that A cap.
Yeah, very quick rotations from Epsilon and Fnatic there, both realizing which flags are wide open, going for them. And it is going to be constant meat grinder fighting at the C flag. And it's pretty 50-50 between the two teams right now, but, you know, that's where all the tickets really become bled out. And this is the hole that Epsilon want, that BC, and they'll look for a random spawn every so often outside of A. Epsilon need to be careful, Fnatic need to be careful, so they don't end up being completely wiped and forced to just hold on to an A flag capture. But that spawn from Drunks on the right side of the C has really given them a chance here to redress the balance a bit.
Absolutely, they will be able to get Charlie Cap. And not only that, but they kind of forced Epsilon to spawn up in the top left-hand side of the map. But doesn't matter. Hork coming in with a nice pickup on Drunks, as well as the cap on Alpha Flag. And Too Easy really needs to get in here and try and stop this. He will be able to get the pickup, but not before it is capped over. We do have some spawns coming in for David 2K. Valuetaja, the only one trying to stay alive, will be able to pick up 1. Can he make it a second one? He does! Beautiful defense there for Valuetaja. And this is going to give Fnatic the possible trip cap. We do have a one-on-one now shaping up over here towards the tank side of the map. It's going to be Mort. Can he make this happen? Will be able to get the cap, and there you go. Trip cap for Fnatic, 73-89. They are actually looking really good on Zavod.
Yeah, it's a map that they played 100 times. This is probably the most played map in BF4, so competitive. So, you know, every team is pretty well versed on this one. And it's interesting. That was a full cap, and it is the thing that's pushed the lead way ahead for Fnatic. But Epsilon are in a position here to keep that bleed going. But Unfixed and company have been slowly but surely stacking up outside of that C flag, and they're trying to take it quickly.
Unfixed failing, though, within that frag. More also getting taken down, so that means C will be staying in the possession of Epsilon. B goes into the possession of Epsilon as well. Too Easy with a nice pickup on Hork. Going to be shifting back over. Does he wait for spawns? It is going to be 3 spawns coming in. No, he doesn't. And that's actually a really crucial kill that just happened there. That could have been a massive spawn bomb. Drunks, though, staying alive onto Bravo Cap. Ends up going down eventually. Valuetaja going to be repushing for a back rage. 61-71. So close here. Even though we've seen 2 trip caps from both of these teams, it's still a very close game.
Yeah, it's all up in the air. And there's Drunks going up against Duke PT and getting hammered in the face for it. And right now, this is the... there you go, Epsilon going to get a trip cap here. B, C, and A, and defenders on all 3 flags. Fnatic once again spawning on the bottom right of the map now outside of C. This will be an interesting one, but Epsilon here might be just able to take this round if they just keep this hold going a little longer.
Yeah, they will be able to take the lead for the first time in a while in this map. And is now going to be 59-49. Trip cap still in their favor. Mort has to be very careful about going into this Charlie cap, just making sure nobody just waiting and lying in wait. We do have Hork, though, coming up through the tunnels, gets a nade to his face. I don't think he's going to be able to do much damage at all. Duke PT, though, with a beautiful double kill, and gets caught out in the open, though, not going to be able to stay alive. Drunk going to be following that back up. He gets taken down. That was going to be Marsu, I believe, who ended up getting that kill. So nice pickup there for Epsilon, and they will be able to hold on to this Charlie cap. Are they getting beat? They are getting beat. This is brutal here, dog, if you're Fnatic.
Yeah, this is absolute massacre right now. They are getting. This is what Fnatic do to other teams, and it's kind of nice to see it getting done to them once in a while. Just getting stuck in the corner of the map and absolutely butchered. And I don't even know. Even if they get this B flag back here, if they can't get on the C quickly, this is going to be a quick round really. And man, this is just back and forth. But Epsilon are just too good right now.
They are definitely that. We do see a 2-flag bleed still in their favor. 16 tickets left for Fnatic. If Fnatic is going to try and come back here, this is the time to do it. We do have 2 players going down on C. They have a really good control of it, but they're out of position slightly over here onto Bravo flag. Hork going to be the only one left back up. Tries going in for that res, but so much nade spam coming in. We do see some spawns coming off. A back rage coming in. Hork does end up going down, but a last-second spawn will be able to save. That's going to be Asterix, and look at that. So much death and destruction happened over here onto this B flag. Trades coming in, but Fnatic will be coming on top with that Bravo flag. Are they going to be able to hold on to Charlie? We have a lot of players over here, and it looks like, yes, they are going to be able to hold on. Drunks able to get some reses coming in, and this is where Fnatic's going to be really evening up that score. And honestly, with their positioning, they could actually take this game. 33 tickets to 10. They're looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, called it too soon. Obviously, Fnatic doing what they can, and especially Valutaja holding down the tank position and getting the kills on that C flag, really doing worth his weight in salt right now. But I think that might be the final conflict there, is that C flag's going over, and it's only Unflick that can do anything. More people are spawning on him. Asterix the only one who can stop it, and this could be it. But at the same time, Fnatic might steal this A flag and just at least buy enough time to keep that bleed ticking over a bit longer.
And they are going to do just that. Wow, nice job there for Asterix. Valutaja going to be able to stay alive as he's going to be pressing over in C, and now they're going to be pressing in for a trip cap. They know that Bravo's already lost. Nobody can spawn back in, so it's going to be a 3 players versus 5, about to be. Does Epsilon spawn in players, or do they just keep it as it is?
Spawn in when you need it, get the cap now, and just let Fnatic try and attack. They don't have enough players. Anyone who dies, they can't respawn in, and that's going to be it. There you go. The B and A captured over. But only 16 tickets, and that could have been almost 40 or 50 tickets at one point. Good fight back from Fnatic to kind of keep their hopes alive, but wow, 16 tickets still is not good enough for Fnatic. They could have even won that one if they got a little bit more luck, I think.
Yeah, but, you know, let's point out the fact that we had some really good spawns coming in for both teams. We had Fnatic with those spawns over next to Charlie flag, which completely cut Epsilon off. They were able to basically reinforce Charlie and Alpha at the same time. It was beautiful. But we also had some really good spawns from Epsilon as well, doing basically the same thing, cutting off Fnatic for any kind of a reinforcements. We did see 2 trip caps coming in for each of these teams. They did a really good job in those areas. And it really came down to fragging power. I mean, if you look at the KDs, Epsilon not beasting it as much as they were in the previous map.
Yeah, that's definitely true, but obviously GPT obviously always going to be there, but Fnatic, all of those guys at any time can really step up and get a lot of the kills, and that's something about that team. It's just any of them can step up and do it, but that's the same about Epsilon as well. Both of these teams, even though one player like Duke or Too Easy or Drunks might be at the top of the scoreboard a lot of the time, all of them can do that. It's not just one of them. So that's what's always dangerous about any of these teams. One player can just throw it all out of the window and make it just difficult to just be confident in saying, oh, 3 people go at this flag, it's lightly defended. We'll get that. One guy could just go huge and just destroy good plans. And right now, Epsilon just haven't really lost a round, and they're just looking, especially at the start of both maps, just looking really, really too strong.
Yeah, absolutely. Completely agree with you there. Fnatic probably not feeling too good, as this is their this is their chance. This is their last chance to take this to a 3rd map and keep their hopes alive for taking the 4th cup and the ESL 1 series. Can they do it here, Dog?
They can do it. I've seen Fnatic come back from some crazy easy scores. It's all about the initial break, and first blood goes to Valutaja, and I think Unfix as well in the center of the map. So there you go. They are going to get the initial bleed, and they've shut down the pressure in the middle of the map. This is a great start from Fnatic.
Yes, it is. We do have a two-man push coming over here for Epsilon. Drunks getting tagged up just a little bit. Has to back up as well as Too Easy. Duke PT, though, leading that charge onto that Bravo flag. Has to get back out of this. We do have Alpha, though, that is going to be getting flashed as well. So definitely looking good here for Epsilon, as they will be able to take down, I believe that was Drunks and Too Easy. So nice job cleaning up that Bravo flag. And what? Oh, we do have a player dropping for Fnatic. So right now we are going to...
It is live.
It is live. Okay, so we are going to be keeping it live.
Guy down.
And yeah, all right, so Fnatic will be shifting back around to that Charlie flag. We do have Hork, who's going to be back up, able to take down Too Easy onto A. So nice pickup there. And with this drop coming out, honestly, do you think that Fnatic can come back from that?
I know how Fnatic are like, especially if something like this happens. They'll probably keep playing, but probably not happy about it. Wait and see. They're just going to keep playing. David 2K says no on if there's going to be a restart. So this is going to still be live, and Fnatic here, no love lost between these two teams. So yeah, it's going to keep going, and this is it. There's you know, I didn't even have to click on his name to find out who it was. Horrick capturing that A flag here, and you know, a 4v5 right now, and Epsilon are just, well, dominating.
Yeah, they are. And look at this. Hork ends up going down. Alpha flag going to be returning back into the favor of Fnatic. Duke PT going to be spawning back in. He's going to be pushing up through mid. And he will be able to catch probably one player at least out into the open, waiting for those spawns to come in. And we do have Unfixed, who spots that out. He's going to be trying to throw some nades back in there. Disrupt it just a little bit more. Going to be also pushing up through mid. 107 to 137. Remember, they have to win by 16 or more tickets in order to take this match. So it is possible for them to come back, but they are down about 30 tickets. Drunks is going to be waiting in for spawns in the backfield over here onto Charlie. Spots one out. That's going to be Marsu with the easy pickup there. Bravo flag going to be getting flashed by Too Easy, and a push coming in for Fnatic on Alpha. So even though they lost a player, they're definitely not giving up. They are pushing back and trying to take control of this game.
Yeah, they're doing what they can. Valutaja out of the game, still not back in it right now, and even though they are threatening a double cap here, it's not long before Epsilon are out on the attack and trying to get it back. They're doing what they can, but this is what happens when you have two teams that have such history against each other but kind of want to get revenge. Epsilon are probably thinking, well, this happened to us at LAN, it's now your turn to experience it, and man, they're wrecking them right now, 4v5.
Yeah, we are going to be seeing, and I don't know, you haven't seen Fnatic really spawning back in. It's going to be Drunks and Mort all spawning in onto that Alpha flag. Some witty banter going back through chat, as absolutely, like you said, no love lost between these two teams. And Asterix will be holding on onto that Alpha flag. We do have David 2K getting taken down over here next to Charlie. And that's going to be Marsu up top, canceling out any kind of a burn that might happen. 77-133, heavily in favor of Epsilon right now, as they are looking really, really good. Honestly, they're looking really good even without the drop that happened. And still, Valutaja not able to come back in.
No, but maybe they don't need it. Mort here is still picking up kills. They're still trying to cap that A flag. It's a 3v2 up at the top A, but Drunk's doing what he can, getting a two-man kill and capturing the B flag at the same time with Too Easy. And even though they are playing 4v5, they are going for a double cap here. And you know what? It's still doing pretty well for a 4v5 game.
Well, that just kind of shows you right now of the caliber of players that we're looking at here. I mean, you know, they can definitely hold their own within most situations, and when they need to step up, they can do just that. Too Easy going to be able to take out David 2K. We also see a push coming in onto Alpha, and Epsilon Hork will be getting over here onto Bravo flag. Fnatic
Finally, Valutage is back in
Yeah.
the game, so it's a 5v5 again, but is the damage already done? I kind of feel it is.
I'm going to say that it is. Right now it is 62 to 121. It's a 60 ticket game at the moment. Now we do have Fnatic with the 2 flag bleed, and this is not impossible for them to come back. I mean, if they start getting the frags, they start holding on to a lot more of these, they will be able to come back within the match. Duke PT though going in around for a back rage. He's going to be able to spot out 2 of his dead friends. And might actually be waiting for those spawns. Will be doing just that. Unfixed finishing out that burn. Has to hear that they're there. Yeah, he knows that they're there in tunnels. Going to be waiting for any kind of a push coming in. We also have Valutage pulling back as well. And here you go. A and C bet flag both into their favor for Fnatic, as they will be able to bleed those tickets down slowly but surely. 113 to 51. Remember, they cannot go down below 16 tickets, as they are going to be trying to fight as much as possible.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they can do here. They're trying to attack both A and B, obviously looking for some picks, but none have come their way, and you can already see Asterix making a play on that C flag here, and all that pressure onto A just got shut down, and you can see Fnatic kind of bullying themselves back into the middle of the map, waiting for some respawns. That was a trade at B. This is not going Fnatic's way at all.
No, it is not, as we do have Mort making his way onto that Charlie flag, trying to keep it from being a trip cap. And if he doesn't survive, which he does, it is going to be keeping it alive just barely, 32 to 110. Not a whole lot the Fnatic can do, but if there's a team that can come back, it is definitely going to be Fnatic. Duke PT going to be back up into tunnels, ends up getting taken down himself. We do have a shift coming in for Valutage over there onto that Alpha burn. It's going to be wide open, should be able to take that so easily. Asterix back up into mid. He's going to have to back up as well. We do have Drunks going to be able to take down one pick, pulls out the pistol, not going to be enough. And we are going to be seeing Fnatic just completely getting wiped.
Yeah, full wipe, and capturing A, the rest of them capturing C. That's going to be it. You can already see, pardon me, already Fnatic putting the GGs in, because this one is done, really. There's nothing that Fnatic can do, and Valutage is saying the DOS power is strong with this one, but, you know, these guys know each other quite well, and at the end of the day, yeah, karma's being said. I think there's a lot to do with the LAN final, where Epsilon had the same thing happen to them, and you know, there you go, Epsilon 3 in a row.
Yeah, so very good job here for Epsilon, as they will be able to take Cup number 4. Like you said, 3 in a row, definitely beasting it up. And I'm expecting some really good things coming out of this team when we go over to the group stages.
Yeah, the group stages is where it's going to get interesting, Brett. We had some massive upsets last time. Teams like AAA not able to make it, Exaco not be able to make it there. You know, those were huge upsets at the time, and I think we're going to see a repeat of that in the future. But we're going to have to wait and see exactly how it's going to break down. I wouldn't even be surprised if one of the big name teams, even Fnatic and Epsilon, might get knocked out in the groups. It's all possible. It all comes down to the smaller teams and the mid teams stepping up and getting a big win.
Absolutely. So right now we're looking at the standings just from the update that we have at the moment. We have Epsilon in first place, Fnatic in second, Meet Your Makers in third, followed by Pyrogen, Dignitas, Planet Key, and what is that, Axequo?
Yeah, exactly. Don't worry, you're not the only one that's
oh man, they love to put those names on there. ESC, Icy Box, Infamous, Wartime Dignity. Where did these guys come from?
Oh, Wartime Dignity have been playing for a bit in this cup. They haven't had the greatest showing, but they did come up big recently, taking out Dignitas. So, you know, they've kind of woken up, and they're one of these teams that might be able to cause some surprises coming into next week.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely expecting some cool stuff from them. I've cast them on 8s, but I've never cast them for 5v5s. Was very surprised that they actually beat out Dignitas. Was not expecting that. And then we have...
Don't worry, I was surprised as well.
Yeah, and then we have Isuba following that up, as well as Team United. So those are your top 12 teams as of right now. Now, remember, guys, if you did not make it within the into the group stages from the Cups, you have a chance for the Go4s. All the teams who did not qualify will get a chance within the Go4 to qualify for the last group. And that should definitely be an interesting one there. If you guys want to check it out, you can definitely do so. Follow this channel, and we will be going live with the first group stages on Monday. And then we're going to be following that up on Wednesday. And then I think we have the last group stage on the next Monday. So definitely tune in then, as some really exciting stuff is going to be shaping up. I'm definitely looking forward to it. But, you know, interesting here, a team, and I'm not picking on you, Dogbert, but a team that you really thought was going to be showing up here, which was Team Infused, who really was looking good at the beginning, but really tailed off here at the end. They've had a massive string of bad luck.
Yeah, not winning in Cup 3 really hurt them, obviously, not getting anything on the board there. If they had, they would have been probably okay. But, yeah, it just didn't really happen for them. But they still have a chance, I think, to go through on the Go4 qualifiers. So we'll see what happens to them there. But who did they lose out to at this one? I think it was... Oh, down the board here. Yeah, they beat Azurus Rock, but they lost to Meet Your Makers. And, you know, you've seen Meet Your Makers recently. I mean, they're just doing so damn well. And I think that is a difficult team for them to come up against. You know, Meet Your Makers or Epsilon or Fnatic, you know, that'd be really hard. But if they'd gone up against like Team Unitas, Exequo, Planet Key or Exuber, or any of the others, they might have had a better chance of it. But unfortunately for them, they came in against the previous champions, Meet Your Makers, and ended up losing 2-0.
That they did. So really exciting stuff coming up here, guys. We do appreciate each and every one for showing up and watching. I hope you enjoyed the cast. This was my first official ESL cast, and I do thank all of the ESL admins. You guys are amazing, not just for the cups, but also for all of the Go4s. I don't mention this enough, and I don't think enough of our casters mention it as well. But you guys, props. I mean, seriously, you hang in there. It's a thankless job. Nobody sees you. You're behind the scenes. So thank you for keeping this smooth and running and reminding me, hey, Brett, take down the freaking lower third. But anyways, if you do want to follow me, you can do so at BrettFX. You can follow me on Twitter. You can actually follow me on YouTube as well, youtube.com/AaronTVH1, where I post up a lot of my matches, almost all of the Go4s for the past, I think, 5 weeks. I have been casting, so those are also posted up there, as well as some Naval Strike Cups, and hopefully we'll be able to get some more ESL footage as well. But I've been here with Dogbert, and I definitely appreciate Dogbert here, as he's been helping me out, growing as a caster, and helping figure out what's what with these teams. So Dogbert, any last words before we close it down?
I'd like to say congratulations, Brett. I think you did a great job, and I think not only the players but the viewers would say so as well. And hopefully we get to do a repeat of this sometime in the near future. It was a pleasure working with you, mate.
Well, thank you. Definitely like that. So anyways, guys, thanks for showing up, and we'll see you next time.